Utah 71. Both teams way under the limit. Now Bill Keller quarterbacks the Pacers. Matched against Boone, he goes to Roger Brown outside. Willie Wise with Roger Brown. Foul on the play. It's against Willie Wise. He now has 4.
You can see that Roger Brown is not the same Roger Brown. He just doesn't have the moves that he once did. Been bothered, as we pointed out before, by a bad back. This kind of one-on-one player, in a situation like that, would rarely miss a shot. James Jones back. Roger Brown, 35 at the line. Got them both.
Cincy Powell puts it up from the top of the key. Now they're forcing shots, trying to get back in the game, taking the bad percentage shots, and Indiana's coming right back with the rebound and the ball. Here's Freeman. They'll run that 30-second clock. With a 14-point advantage and 11:05 to play in the game, Indiana will use that 30-second shot clock. Run the game clock down. Darnell Hillman puts it up. Rebound taken by Powell. Sloppy play by Utah. The outlet pass to the and Roger Brown lays it in. And Indiana now is way out front, 88-72. Willie Wise puts it up. He can't hit. Rebound to Gus Johnson. Up court to Roger Brown against James Jones. Roger Brown with the move. Can't get the shot, but there's a foul on the play.
Roger looks like he's getting a little warm right now. He learned those moves on the asphalt courts in New York. And that, as far as I know, is about the best place in the country to learn how to play basketball.
Roger Brown still holds the New York high school scoring record. Roger Brown with 12 points in the game, and Indiana's out front 90-72, and here comes Zelmo Beatty back in for Utah. Jimmy Jones. Defense has been the whole story of this game in the second half. Indiana led by 2 points at the half. Indiana has controlled this game with excellent defense in the third quarter and now throughout the first minute and a half of the fourth quarter. There's Zelmo Beatty coming back in, Pat.
And no matter how many fouls he's got, you got to have Z in the game now. Got to have the best you've got to offer. James Jones at the line. Beatty has 5. They need his strength on the boards, and they need him to put some points on the board, too. Hillman with the rebound again.
They need his stability. Utah's not been taking good shots in their haste to get back into the game, and they've fallen farther behind. They're now down 90-72. Here is Roger Brown on the drive. Feeds off to Zelmo Beatty. Screens out, gets the rebound. Long lead pass to James Jones. A foot race between Jones and Freeman. Freeman knocked Jones out of bounds.
Unpopular call. The ball goes over to the Utah Stars. Excellent call, though. Excellent call.
Roger Brown hit somebody inside trying to get the ball. It was Zelmo Beatty who'll go to the free throw line. 10 minutes even left to play in the game. Indiana 90, Utah 72. Indiana advances with a win today. Zelmo Beatty gets the roll. But Zelmo Beatty has only 8 points in this game, and it's hurt Utah. He's been in foul trouble. Mel Daniels puts it up. Beasley clears the defensive board for Utah. Up court to Ron Boone, and the Stars now set up. They've got to hurry, though. They're way down. Here is Willie Wise putting it up. No roll. Rebound is tapped over to Daniels. To Freeman. Indiana's going to run. Lead man is Bill Keller. He puts it up. Zelmo Beatty clears. Looks for the outlet man. No one's down floor. And James Jones starts all the way down. At 6, he puts it up. Back of the iron. Rebound again to Jones.
Offensive foul again.
So the ball is back to Indiana. The Utah Stars pressing now. They have no alternative. They have to play the tight pressure defense, risk the foul to get back in the game. They've got to go for the ball. Here's Keller with it for Indiana. Mel Daniels to Bill. That looks like a Golden Gloves underneath. And Roger Brown hits the deck. He apparently injured his back again.
It's either his back or his knee. It has really been rough under the boards. This could be his last game as the Utah Stars coach. Roger Brown is back up. It looks like he might be able to shoot the foul shots, which is shocking to me. Liddell Anderson on the left, Brown on the right. I don't think there's any way he'd shoot this foul shot the way he went down.
Roger knows all the nuances of this game, though, and he got about a minute rest there. Roger Brown's going to stay in the game. Here's Jimmy Jones coming down court. Beasley with a 2-point attempt. Zelmo Beatty puts it back up. And it's now 90-75. Utah down by 15, 8:40 to go in the game.
I don't imagine Brown's going to stay in the game very long.
Ron Boone knocks the ball away from Bill Keller. Indiana puts it back in play. And now George McGinnis comes back in the game as Roger Brown gets a standing ovation. That's the first rebound he ever got flat in his back.
It is really, really rough under the boards. About as rough, I think, as I've ever seen in basketball. And as Mel Daniels pointed out to me at halftime, this is a non-contact sport.
3 of the players on the floor for Utah, Boone, Jones, and Beatty, all have 5 personal fouls. 1 more and they're out. McGinnis with the free throw for Indiana. 4 Pacers have 4 personals. There's Councilman Roger Brown. Cheered on by his constituents. James Jones, they've got to start firing stuff up as quick as they can. Rebound down to Hillman. Indiana's owned the boards here in the second half. Freeman with the ball, inside to Daniels, looking to get the foul. Rebound slapped out, and George McGinnis lets it go. It'll come inbounds to the Pacers with 8:08 to play. Indiana 92, Utah 75.
Darnell Hillman having a problem with his shoe. And here comes the best outside shooter on the Utah team. Man who's a 3-point specialist, Glenn Combs from Virginia Tech.
Who can ever forget the Fighting Gobblers? Certainly not you or I.
What a performance they put on in the National Invitation Tournament this year.
Beyond belief bendings.
Pacers are going to take their time now and work off as much of that 30-second clock as they can before they take the shot.
Zelmo Beatty and Mel Daniels underneath. They're heavy. Looks like a Greco-Roman wrestling match. Zelmo gave him a little shot in the lower back as Daniels was putting the ball up. He was short, goes out of bounds, inbounds to Utah. But the Pacers will do now, if they get there, Utah will do is they'll come outside to Glenn Combs and try to let him throw up the 3-point shot. They're not getting any percentage shots inside, or very rarely. In the game for Indiana, as the Pacers put the ball in play, we have Freeman, Keller, Darnell Hillman, George McGinnis, and Mel Daniels. Zelmo Beatty playing with 5 is in for Utah, along with Glenn Combs, Willie Wise, John Beasley, and Bob Warren. McGinnis looking inside. They'll play with a 30-second shot clock now. McGinnis is short. Beasley clears nicely. Better give him a guard to go to. Here comes Bobby Warren. Glenn Combs puts it up, forces a shot, and hits it. Under pressure, Glenn Combs connects. 92-77 as Zelmo Beatty got wiped out underneath. Here's little Bill Keller feeding outside to Don Freeman. That's through for a high arcing shot. Ball is knocked away and picked up now by the Utah Stars. Here's Wise in the break lead. Pass to Combs for a three-point short. Rebound to McGinnis. Got a track meet going on. Bill Keller's going to get his two here.
Here's what happened to Zelmo Beatty in this non-contact sport just a minute ago. That's Daniels behind him. I don't think he touched him, do you? You got to be a pretty strong fella. Handle the big Z like that. That all, of course, took place away from the basketball. That was just trying to get position under the basket.
Big Z was stretched out and reposed. Darnell Hillman is flat on his back now.
That's first down.
All the finesse of a punch in the mouth out there. 6:14 to play. Darnell Hillman controls the tap in Indiana. We'll look to run the 30-second clock again. Here's Don Freeman. 6:05 to play. Indiana close to advancing to the ABA Championship Series. Bill Keller doesn't care. He'll just stand there with the ball. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Here is George McGinnis. He wiped out Bob Warren prior to the shot. Offensive foul on McGinnis. That's his fourth. And I'm quite sure that George McGinnis can knock about anybody down out there. He really hits that basket like a bull. Willie Wise with the good shot. Fade away. 13-point lead for Indiana. 5:40 to go in the game.
And again, they'll slow it down and take it much off the 30-second clock as they can. When you get a shot like that, you got to take it.
The big play by Billy Keller. Drives the lane, double team off on him. He feeds Mel Daniels for the stop. Glenn Combs inside to Zelmo Beatty. Goaltending against Darnell Hillman. 96-85.
Both coaches unhappy.
Bob Leonard to the right, resplendent in his white suit. Bill Keller puts it up.